Welcome to One-to-One Zoom pantomime Cinderella. One-to-One is a locally run charity established nearly 30 years ago. Initially, it was set up to provide a befriending service for people with learning difficulties and autism, especially those moving back to Enfield from long-stay institutions. The befriending scheme was designed to nurture friendships and inclusion within the community. Since then, One-to-One has gone from strength to strength, identifying inequalities and shortfalls in health services for people with learning difficulties. Many of the projects and activities focus specifically on healthy living and health improvement. One-to-One currently has over 600 members and is membership-led. In addition, there are around 60 volunteers assisting with the events and activities. Prior to the outbreak of COVID-19 and the first lockdown on March the 23rd, 2020, One-to-One ran regular weekly and monthly activities, as well as one-off events and visits to places of interest. Activity clubs included the Read, Learn and Drama Club, the Crafts and Paints Club, Let's Sing Out Choir, Zumba, swimming, Chat and Relax, Walks in the Park, Drum Circle, the Let's Go Out Hub, and many, many more. The activities provided fun, friendship, encouraged healthy living, and most importantly, offered face-to-face support for members. The onset of COVID-19 pandemic changed everything and brought huge challenges to an organisation that has the care, health and support of its members at its heart. One-to-One quickly rose to that challenge and reinvented and adapted many of the activities within the confines and constraints of the lockdowns. What a blessing technology has been. It's been a learning curve for us all. The most important aim has been to continue providing support and friendship for members who could so easily become isolated. Staying in touch has never been more important. The pandemic has challenged both physical and mental health, and it has been essential to provide ongoing support, including IT. And this includes WhatsApp groups, special online projects, virtual discos, trips and quiz nights, as well as our established activity groups via Zoom. It has been a very creative journey. Our popular pantomime, Cinderella, is brought to you by members and volunteers of the Read, Learn and Drama Club. Prior to the pandemic, we incorporated a wide range of topics into our monthly meetings. Many involved role play, focusing particularly on challenging scenarios, such as hospital visits, bullying and prejudice. We also read poems and popular books, as well as creating our own stories from pictures. In December 2019, we performed Beauty and the Beast at Community House to an audience of many of our lovely members. We were determined that the pandemic wouldn't stop us performing another pantomime this year. We just had to find a safe way to do it. Recording from Zoom was the answer. It has, of course, brought many IT challenges, which have been resolved by Chris Walls. Our huge thanks to Chris for all his help. Huge thanks also to Nusrat Jaku for all her hard work to get this production up and running. And special thanks to Hilary Scott for all her help and reading support, and to Jane Rayson for making the beautiful lollipop props. It has been great fun rehearsing, but most importantly, it has kept us all in touch. I hope very much that you enjoy our virtual pantomime. I would like to thank all members and volunteers for their hard work, commitment, help, and excellent performances. They are all stars. And now they will tell you the story of Cinderella.
Cinderella lives in a very big house in a faraway country with her stepmother and her two stepsisters. Her stepmother is not a good person. She's also very unkind to Cinderella. She is also very lazy and never does any housework. Every day she says,
Cinderella, wash the dishes. Cinderella, clean the house. Cinderella, work, work, work.
Cinderella's stepsisters are also very unkind, which makes them look ugly on the outside. They are very lazy too and make Cinderella do all the chores.
Cinderella, come here.
Cinderella, sweep the floor.
Cinderella, clean my shoes.
Cinderella, comb my hair.
Cinderella is a very beautiful person and works so hard. She is kind to her stepmother and to her stepsisters, even though they are always unkind to her. One morning, they receive an invitation from the king.
Mother, read it.
What does it say?
It says that every woman is invited to the ball at the palace.
But I really want to go to the ball. I love to dance.
You want to go to the ball? Don't be silly.
Cinderella starts making the party dresses for her stepmother and her stepsisters. She works late every night, but she doesn't have time to make her own dresses.
We are going to the ball. We are going to the ball.
If you don't have a dress, Cinderella, you can't go to the ball.
Cinderella starts to cry.
I don't have a pretty dress. I only have an ugly dress. I can't go to the ball.
What a shame. You'll have to stay in and watch Strictly Come Dancing instead.
Cinderella is left all alone. She goes back to the kitchen where there is a large pile of potatoes waiting to be peeled. As she puts on her apron, there is a gentle tap on the door and her best friend Buttons appears.
Hello, Cinderella. Why are you peeling potatoes? You should be at the ball. Let's go together.
I don't have a party dress. I can't go to the palace in rags.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Cinderella. Let me help you peel the potatoes.
Oh, you're so kind, Buttons. But the potatoes won't take long. I want you to go to the ball. You look so smart in your new suit.
Buttons doesn't want to leave Cinderella, but she gives him a big smile and insists that he goes to the ball. Cinderella starts peeling the mountain of potatoes. Suddenly, a beautiful lady appears in a cloud of sparkling fairy dust.
Hello, Cinderella. I'm your fairy godmother.
She waves her magic wand and there's a bright flash of light. Cinderella's old ugly dress has been turned into a beautiful gown.
Now you have a new dress.
Thank you, fairy godmother. It's lovely. Now I can go to the ball. I am so happy.
Now, Cinderella, will you find me a pumpkin?
Cinderella goes into the kitchen and finds a huge pumpkin and turns the pumpkin into a glittering coat.
That's amazing.
Please will you find me 4 mice?
Cinderella goes into the kitchen again and brings back 4 white mice. Fairy godmother waves her magic wand again and turns the mice into 4 white horses.
They are so beautiful.
Now, Cinderella, please will you find me 2 frogs?
Cinderella goes to the pond and finds 2 frogs. Fairy godmother waves her magic wand once more and turns the frogs into 2 handsome footmen. The frogs are very confused.
What's going on?
I don't know. I just went for a swim in the pond and now I'm here.
Now, Cinderella, there's one more thing just to do. Please will you find me a goose?
Cinderella finds a gaggle of geese in the courtyard and chooses a particularly handsome bird. She gently picks up the goose and carries it back to her fairy godmother, who waves the magic wand and turns the goose into a very handsome coachman.
What's going on? Why am I wearing a hat?
You are going to drive Cinderella to the ball in this beautiful coach.
But I'm a goose. I can't drive.
Just for this evening, you are very handsome coachman. Trust me, you can drive.
The coachman climbs into the seat at the front of the coach. The horses are ready to go.
What do I say to make the horse go?
You have to say the magic words. Giddy up. Cinderella, just remember that you have to come back at 12 o'clock. And don't forget.
No, I won't forget. Thank you for everything. Bye-bye.
Giddy up.
Cinderella goes to the palace in the beautiful glittering coach, pulled by her 4 white horses. She is so excited. When she arrives, the 2 footmen remind her,
Don't forget, Cinderella, you must leave by midnight.
Cinderella is very nervous as she walks down the beautiful staircase to the ballroom. Everyone turns, looks at her, including Buttons, who doesn't recognize her.
What a pretty girl.
Who is she?
I've never seen her before.
Neither have I.
The handsome prince looks at Cinderella and says to his friend,
I would really like to dance with her.
Then go and ask her. If you don't, then I will.
The prince walks over to Cinderella and asks,
Would you like to dance with me?
That would be lovely. Thank you.
They danced all evening. Suddenly, Cinderella hears the clock strike midnight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I must go.
Cinderella runs away from the palace, but she drops one of her shoes on the step. The prince and his friends run after her, but it's very dark and they can't see which way she goes. The coachman is very worried and says,
Hurry up, Cinderella. I am turning back into a goose. Honk, honk.
Wait, what is your name? Where do you live? Wait.
Stop. Come back.
the prince picks up the shoe and says to his friend,
Where is she? I don't even know her name. I don't know anything about her. I'm very upset.
He says,
I have to find my pretty lady. I have her shoe.
the prince and his friends go to the nearest town and they look for her in every house.
Is the pretty lady who wore this shoe here?
No, I'm sorry, she isn't. I don't know where she is.
Does the pretty lady live here?
I'm sorry, she doesn't live here. I have 7 sons.
The prince goes to another house and another one and another one. He can't find her anywhere. At last, he arrives at Cinderella's house.
I am looking for the pretty lady who wore this shoe at the ball. She will have the other one.
Daughter, come here.
Yes, mother.
Try on this shoe.
Her eldest daughter tries to put on the shoe, but her foot is 10 sizes too big.
I can't. This shoe is too small and my foot is too big. It hurts. This is not my shoe.
So the stepmother calls her other daughter.
Try on this shoe.
Her youngest daughter tries to put on the shoe, but her foot is 10 sizes too small.
I can't. This shoe is too big and my foot is much too small. It's not my shoe.
Do you have any more daughters?
No.
Yes, you do. She's behind you.
Oh, no, she isn't.
Oh, no, she isn't.
Oh, no, she isn't.
Oh, yes, she is.
Cinderella appears and says,
That shoe is mine.
Oh, that's very funny.
I am telling the truth, that shoe is mine, and I have the other one.
Cinderella takes the other shoe out of her apron pocket and puts both shoes on her feet. They fit perfectly.
I love you, Cinderella. Please, will you marry me?
Yes, I would love to marry you.
Suddenly, Buttons arrives and he is amazed to see Cinderella wearing the glass shoes. He's even more amazed to see the prince standing with her.
Cinderella, was that you at the ball?
Yes, Buttons. My fairy godmother put a spell on me so that nobody would recognise me. The princess asked me to marry him.
That is brilliant news, Cinderella. I am so happy for you.
And now Cinderella and the prince live happily in their palace, and Buttons visits them whenever he wants.
The wicked stepmother didn't stay. She packed her case and ran away. Her horrid daughters seem less spiteful. Who knows? They might become delightful.
Happy days for Cinderella. Now she's got her princely fella. And now our little Panto's done. We really hope you had some fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.